Hello. Give me 1 second, chat, and I'll be ready in just a second. How's everyone doing today? Sorry, I just gotta write something off real quick. Alrighty. Chat, thank you so much for your patience. Sorry, I just had to take care of something real quick. But welcome on in, everyone. I just want to give a shout out to everyone who's a member that makes these streams and everything financially possible, especially the biggest patrons of the month. We have Captain Gamerica826, and we also have my pal Johnny Appleseed. Thank you guys so very much for keeping the lights on in the studio, if you will. Hopefully y'all are having a good day. Hopefully everyone in chat's having a good day. But, yeah. And thank you so very much to Mr. Patter for being the first member in chat. How you doing? And thank you so very much, Mr. Patter, Viking, Square. How's everyone doing? Does it have a name now, or is that... So, yeah, Project Void, for any video games that don't have official titles, they always go by Project and then something another. So right now, mine is just Project Void. As of right now. I think it's the name. Scotty, new Pokemon news if you're interested. Not really. I did see the direct, but I'm not really interested in the new Pokemon game. That would make sense. Yeah. Hello, Scotty. Doing well. How are you? I'm doing alrighty. Doing alrighty. How about everyone else? Hopefully y'all are all doing good. Alrighty. Let's do this. I'm gonna be right back. I have to get ready for the gym. You're fine. Anything in the direct you like? There was like some things here and there, but I'm not gonna buy any new video games anytime soon. There was a lot of cool things in there, but yeah. I don't really plan on buying anything just because finances are dumb. So it is what it is. Maybe when I'm rich and famous one day. Or just rich. I'm okay if I'm not famous. Also, chat, joining us in from my little groupies, my little Discord groupies, we have Breezen. He's on mute right now, but you might hear from him in just a second. But
yeah, I can come off mute whenever. Just letting you do your thing.
Oh, dude, yeah, no, you interrupt me. You're good. You're fine.
I don't like interrupting people though.
Nah, well, it's totally fine. Yeah, this server is just like anyone I invite. If you want to jump in, just be like, hello, so.
Ah, okay. I'll have to practice interrupting people then.
Yeah, just be like, hey, fool, hey, what's up?
True.
I need to make a little avatar for you. I have little chibis for a lot of people, so now that you're in the group, I need to make a little chibi for you.
Be pretty fun.
Yeah.
Wonder what I'd look like as a tiny person.
Yo, you know what'd be cute is if you send me like an art thing of your little bird dude, and I would make like little bird man for you or something. I don't know.
That'd be pretty fun.
Thought about Dragon Quest you liked? I'm not really that interested in Dragon Quest. It looks fine. I like the art style, but yeah. Did you see the direct today, Breeze?
I did, yes. I skimmed through it while I was at work.
Oh yeah.
Don't tell them.
Okay. Boys, it's him. I'm just gonna. What did you find interesting, or did you find anything interesting?
I feel like it's definitely clear that the Switch life cycle is coming to an end. I mean, they've got the Switch 2 announcement next week, so.
Yeah, exactly.
I like the look of, I don't remember what it was called. I want to say it was like Witch Haven.
That's the one that I was interested in, yeah.
Witchbrook, that's what it was.
Yeah, I liked that one too. I like cozy little life sim games, and that one, like, I also like pixel art and everything, and I was just like, yes, this is
Yeah,
perfect.
the pixel art looks so good.
Yeah. Somebody that I once knew was just like, pixel art is stupid, and I'm like, you're stupid. Just like, what do you mean?
Imagine.
If a game has good pixel art, man, I think it looks so good.
Mhm.
Like, chat, what is your guys' favorite like pixel art video game? Because for me, like, I'm trying to think of all the ones that I like. A lot of them, but I think Loop Hero looks really good. I think ooh, one that's really good is if you guys have played Octopath Traveler, that one is fantastic. So, but yeah, you'll have to let me know, Breeze, if which one's your favorites or which ones you like.
Octopath Traveler is pretty solid. I feel like a lot of my favorite pixel art comes from like the SNES, Game Boy Advance era.
Oh, true,
Um,
true.
so peak. I love Minish Cap has a really fun, like cartoony style that they somehow. I love how bouncy all the characters are.
Oh, true. Yeah,
Um,
I need to play Minish Cap. I actually have never played it.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry for disappointing your life, but
it's okay.
it's
Somehow
fine.
I'll
I'm just
find it in my heart to forgive
depressed.
you.
Oh well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yo, what
Are
are
you
your?
a Zelda guy?
I am. I like Zelda a lot. Yeah, I haven't had a lot of access to Zelda titles, but I remember the first one that I really had access to, because I've played them off and on again. I remember playing Wind Waker, and that one's my favorite one. Um, I love
Ah,
Wind
yeah.
Waker. But I'm also a shill for like pirates and going like exploring the seven seas and all that stuff. Like that stuff really intrigues me. So
It's a super cool vibe.
it is so good. But yeah, so I like Wind Waker was the first one that I really got to like play, and then I also played Skyward Sword, which I always liked the idea of civilizations in the sky, and so that one also just like got me pretty good. So
Yeah.
trying to think because I've played a little bit of like all of them. I think, well, not all of them, obviously, but a lot of the like bigger ones like Ocarina, Majora's Mask, stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, what about you?
I yeah, definitely love Zelda. In fact, the first game that I actually owned that I like bought myself, it was so funny. I was such a picky eater that my mom paid me money to eat a peanut butter sandwich.
Okay,
And then I used that money to go and buy Link's Awakening for the Game Boy.
it's pretty based. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, very fun game.
Very
Um,
cool.
so yeah, I've played. I think the one that I haven't beat is Majora's Mask because we only had it for a little bit. And then the like time looping thing, the
Go.
fact that everything was on a schedule made me so stressed out. I was like, oh
Thank
man,
you.
like I'm gonna miss something. I'm not gonna be able to beat things in time. Even though I've heard that like, especially once you get the time slowing thing, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Just at the time, as a kid playing it, it stressed me out.
I know. Yeah, no. For me, like, I even tried recently playing that one because everyone's like, it's the best one, and I'm like, okay, cool. And so, but like, yeah, I get so stressed by that, and I'm just like, oh. So yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
I love the Breath of the Wild DLC, the Zero Cycle. There was something really fun about being Link on a motorcycle.
It's just pretty gnarly.
Super fun.
There you go. Do I play Magic the Gathering? I played it like once, and that was about it. It was pretty fun. I like the vibe of it, but yeah. What about you, Z? Are you a Magic guy? I know you're a Pokemon card guy, but
Definitely a Pokemon card guy. Although I played TCG Live, the virtual version, because it doesn't cost me any money.
oh, true, true.
And I still get to look at all the pretty cards. Um,
That's all that matters, really.
yeah, I do remember going to Costco recently, and they had Lord of the Rings Magic the Gathering cards, and I was like, what the heck? Apparently, Magic has done like a lot of crossovers. I think they did like a Hatsune Miku one once. It was crazy.
Sick. I like that.
I think that's pretty fun, but I've never actually played the game.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, maybe we need to learn together or something. Hey, what's up, Rival Ryan? Welcome on into the stream, my good friend. How are you, sir? Right now I'm trying to finish mapping out this one world where I have like a few little ideas for like branching things, but
Gotcha.
we'll see.
Yeah, I can see the branches.
Yeah. I don't know. This one because I can't figure out how to, or I haven't figured out how to do ladders, but I think ladders don't make as much sense as like floating platforms anyway, so at least for the mythos and everything of this game in particular. So yo, I wrote some lore down.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Do you want to hear one of the entries of the first
Absolutely
bit that you hear? Okay. Totally not an owner of a Miku Magic the Gathering card over here. Rival Ryan, you're based. I love that. Magic's also coming with SpongeBob Magic. Awesome. That's crazy. Miku is pretty cool. What's up, Pat? How you doing? All right, chat. You guys get a little sneaky. So, I'm not gonna spoil anything for you guys, because, whatever. But so one of the first things that you hear in the game is this little bit of read. Is Aura, Earth, Sky, Fire, and Soul. The 5 great ones tested their might to create Harkel. The 4 scepters would have their creation all to themselves, but the Defiant One would have the lesser man abide it. As such, the scepters fought with Soul until she dashed their freedoms, so man might be. The end. For now.
Chills, man.
Thanks, bruh. Yeah, no, so that's kind of like where the story is, because like the lady in the tree, like that helps you like resurrect and everything. She's the goddess of souls and everything. So yeah. There's a lot of lore that you have to figure out, but that one, it just kind of like gives a little bit of flavoring to be like, this is what the game's kind of about, and like this is how things are gonna go. So
gets you like in the mindset to see all of that lore.
Yeah, pretty much. Because I don't know if you were here when I was talking about like things that I like. For this, I wanted to do like a platformer, but a roguelike, but I also wanted it to have like very much like Dark Souls vibes and everything to it. So
it does have those vibes. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like that. I mean, I won't pretend to ever be like Miyazaki because good Glanta, but yeah, I don't know. I like those kinds of stories. So
yeah, it seems like those games have a ton of deep lore. I've never actually played one of them. I've watched some gameplay.
Really?
Okay. On your channel.
What was that?
A decent amount of that gameplay was on your channel.
Oh, true.
Yeah. So it looks fun, and yeah, like you're talking about, just the vibes of that.
I'll have to, dude, if you ever get the chance to get Elden Ring, we should play Elden Ring together because that game is so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll have to share. There's a YouTuber on the platform. His name is Vatividya, and he is kind of like known as like the lore guy. And so like I'll have to send you some of his videos because he just breaks it down so beautifully, and just like it's so interesting and fascinating. So
gotcha.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. Sauce with
watching a lot of lore videos. So
what lore videos? Or real quick,
lore videos. Yeah.
I am Scotty, the coolest game dev. I won an Oscar award my time and Grammy. I mean, if I won an Oscar and a Grammy for making a video game, I would think the system's a little busted. But I mean, hey, I guess it is what it is. Fire dialogue, sauce with a tree on top. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Going to be popping in and out today, trying to help move us into our new place while dealing with an injury. Oh gosh, are you all right, man? If I was there, I would help you out. I'm sorry that you're injured. Hopefully things get better real soon.
Coping with an injury sounds like a recipe for sadness.
I was about to say. It's raining a lot over here, dude. Raining is my favorite weather. Like, anytime it rains, I'm just like, yes, it's time. You saying dancing in the rain? I mean, cool. I guess I'm saying that. But what lore videos have you been watching?
You know, it's funny you should ask. I've had one on my watch list for Bionicle.
Oh, dang. A man of
Yeah,
culture, I see.
absolutely.
Very nice.
I was really sad because my wife mentioned the other day that she had like this Bionicle toy a long time ago, and I was like, oh man, that brings back memories of like being a little kid, watching the Mask of Light video, playing the Montanui online game. Did you ever get into Bionicle stuff at all, or?
I was always intrigued by it, but I never really had the opportunity to actually like get into it. But it is very cool. I will say that.
It's very funny to me because at the end of the day, it was like they made this lore to sell toys. And it was really crazy, just like the lore that they could come up with for these little action figure guys.
It was just pretty legit. I love that. Heard it at work. Hopefully back on my feet quickly. Yeah, dude, for real. I'm sorry about that. Mask of Light mentioned my day is complete. Love to see that. Yeah, I wish. That is one that I'm sad that I didn't get into, but I see the hype. It looks really, really cool. So
I've been trying to find ways to watch the videos, like Mask of Light. It wasn't on any of the streaming services. Good grief.
Servicing.
Services.
Services.
This is those services.
Of course. Yes.
Only having a minor stroke over here. We're good.
Nice. As long as it's minor.
It wasn't on any of the streaming services, so I was like, where are we supposed to watch this? And then I was just watching clips on YouTube, and I was like, oh man, this animation is so much worse than I remember, but it's great.
I love when that happens, when you're just like, well, this looks like trash, but it's still wonderful. That's awesome. Let me get these moving platforms right.
Yeah, so segueing back to the awesome lore of your game and also these moving platforms that you're placing out.
Maybe hold off on calling them awesome until, you know. But you were saying?
Okay, I'll call them awesome later too.
Okay.
I'll hold off. But what were the main things that you were hoping to work on for the game today?
So for today, I wanted to finish this this little layer, or this area, and then I wanted to work on the second area as well. The second area. So this is area 1-3. So I'm gonna be trying to finish this one, and then after that one, I'm gonna work on area 1-4. Which I am sharing my stream on Discord just in case like you hated the latency, but so the next thing that we're gonna work on is this this little platform area where it's like a circle and then like platforms move around it in a circle, because I don't know how to do a circle, so I'm gonna figure out how to make it do that. So
Gotcha.
been working on my game a lot. I have a little sprite of one of my characters. That's cool. What is your game about? Love that. But yeah,
I'm always super interested to see the games that people are coming up with. All these ideas floating around.
I know. Yeah, it is fun, isn't it? It is very cool. Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Balatro, but track? Intriguing. How does that work, out of curiosity? You just gotta go fast. So it's Sonic, but Balatro, is what you're saying. Which I see that as an absolute win. Okay.
I feel like I need to go do some research on Balatro. I keep seeing that pop up everywhere.
Dog, wait, you haven't played Balatro?
I have not played Balatro.
My dude. That is a game that you would love, actually. So
what I've seen, it's like a roguelike card game, right?
Yeah, so you score hands with so your points rack up with you like doing poker hands. So like, you know, full houses and then like four of a kinds and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And you just try to like beat the score before you run out of hands, and that's literally the premise. But then like the twist is like you have jokers that you can put in your deck, or you can like mix and mash your deck around with like arcana cards or spectral cards or stuff like that, and basically you just try to break the game, and that's like the whole point of it.
Those are my favorite kinds of games, so
Dude,
maybe I should check it out.
it's like only $15 most of the time. Let me see if it's on. Like it could even be on sale right now. Let me see real quick. Gonna pull this up. Latro, because I have it on PC. Okay, it's not on sale, but it's only $15. So, yeah,
I'll keep an eye on that one.
dude, for real, yeah, you should. I think you would really like this one a lot. So, I haven't heard of a Balatro non-player in a while.
You're welcome.
Breeze is just built differently.
True. Sometimes that's good, and sometimes it's not.
Yippee. Okay. Oh, you know something else that I think we might need to work on in the actual coding thing itself. So, um, with this platform that I have going on, I wanted there to be something that made it possible to like jump down or like fall down from it. You know how it's like in games you have like thin floors
Oh
that you can
yeah,
like jump or that you can like push down and like some button and then you like go down.
yeah. Um, trying to think of a game that's a good example of that.
I mean, like
Uh,
it's a platform staple, so I guess like
yeah, I mean I know what you're talking about.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. Like
uh,
oh, Dead Cells is a good example.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like they have a lot of those platforms. Um, but yeah, I think it would be good to figure out how to do that. I just yeah, I
Yeah,
don't.
that's a pretty fun one. I remember when I was making Wing, I had platforms that I did that for that you could go up through.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but to go down through them, actually just made it so that you had to be going fast enough.
Oh, okay.
Um, so it was sort of like a little hack so that I didn't have to figure out the whole like, oh, if you are standing on it and pushing this button and holding down or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Um, so we can see what we can do, but the last time I ran into this issue, I did a bit of a roundabout method myself. So
Interesting, interesting, interesting. All right,
yeah,
chat, we're ready for our first challenge of the day. Also, what are we seeing in chat right now? You have a base speed, but every time you click your sprint bar, increases, making you go faster, max of 2 times, and you have to get to the end before the time runs out. I have a Google Doc full of everything about the game. That's cool. That's a cool. I like that idea, actually. That's cool. You'll have to let me know when you're done with it, Pat, because I want to play it. It'd be cool. Okay, so here's where. Oh, I need to write a script for it, huh? Would I write this in the platform, or do I write it in the collision shape itself, or
that is a good question.
gotta go by
Um,
Scotty? Who's talking peace out? Hey, Mr. Patter, Breezen's on calling. You have yourself a good time. Love, peace, and jingles, man.
True. Have a
True.
good day.
Um, but sorry, you were saying?
What was I saying? Oh, where to put the script?
Yeah.
Um,
I would
let's see.
imagine collision shape, but I don't really know for sure.
I think that I'd put it on the platform.
Just the whole thing. Okay.
Do you already have a script for the platform?
I.
Like the thing that makes it move up and down?
Oh, what did I do? I did something. I do have. Yeah. Oh, this is the thing that. Wait, this is what we worked on last time. But. I'm confused. Oh. No, I do not have a script for it. Okay, I was like, what is happening? Okay. Let me go to add script, platform, scenes, create. Okay, platform. Yeah, so I do not have anything. Wow, this looks empty.
It's kind of nice, honestly.
Yeah, I was gonna
Get
say
to
it's.
start it with a fresh slate.
Yeah, now to mess it up.
My favorite part.
Yes.
Um, I was trying to look up like GD script stuff,
Mm-hmm.
all the syntax and whatnot since our last time, but I'm still like pretty new to this. So
You're fine, dude. You're fine.
let's
Uh,
see. First step in going about this is probably establishing what we want to happen.
right.
Um, so kind of like what we were doing with the goals the other day.
That's what I was just about to pull up.
Just like, yeah, what are our goals for this platform?
So let's do this. I have this as just platform. Make 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 the platforms have the ability to quote unquote jump down through. Don't really know the actual terminology of that, but sure.
That'll work. We both know what you're talking about there, so.
Perfect. So make the platforms have the ability to quote unquote jump down through.
I guess to extend from that, do we want anything to be able to go down through them or just the player?
I was thinking just the player, honestly.
Cool. That makes it easier.
Yeah. Let me actually do only applies to player. Okay. Doink. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to think if there's any way to break it down further or if that's a good starting point. I think it's probably fine starting from there unless you want to add anything else.
I think it's fine like that, but let me do something. I'm gonna like go into the darkest place on the internet, aka my YouTube.
Excellent.
Let's see. Go dot how to make a fall through platform. Let's see. And then let me see if I could just like pull up one of like just their script and not actually watch the whole thing. But moving platforms when in collision, how to drop under platforms. Let's see.
Hello everybody, Chris here.
Also, chat. Here is the link for the video that I am referencing right now. Go check them out. Chris's tutorials. So let's see if I can just make the move platform, animating, controlling world position, one-way collision, just drop below. Okay, hold on. Let's see if we have the answers somewhere. Okay. Okay. Good Lanta. Okay. Wow, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of... Do you know the stupid Duke Nukem meme? The wow, that's a lot of words. Too bad I ain't reading them.
I don't, but I feel like I should because that sounds hilarious.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, I'll have to see if I can. You know what? Hold on one second. I'm gonna find it right now, just while I'm thinking about it.
Edumacate me.
Yeah. Let's see. Wow, that's a lot of words. Let me see. I think it's just yeah.
Wow, that's a...
Yeah. Okay, this is it. Let me. I'm gonna share it with you in the Discord.
Awesome.
There you go. Boop. Da, 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 da.
With the music too.
It's so good, isn't it? Da, 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 da. Wow, that's a lot of words. Too bad I ain't reading them. You know what? All of this, I'm gonna see if somebody. Oh, I'm gonna see if somebody wrote it out. Just because I want something to like reference as we try to figure it out together. But
yeah.
Let's see. How do I create fall through platforms archive? Let's see. Using intelligible. Okay. For the one-way platform tiles, just add a static body 2D with collision shape 2D and set the collision shape 2D attribute one-way collision equals true. You can also toggle this from the inspector. Oh, really? Then all you need is a method which allows a player to drop through such platforms. Here's an example of such a method. Func drop bracket. And then below that says position.y plus equal 1. Does that sound like something?
Yeah, that sounds like a really simple. Simple hacky solution.
Interesting.
Yeah, because he points out there that when you adjust the position like that,
right,
it pushes them past the threshold there of the collision.
Interesting.
But yeah, the thing that he's mentioning there about making sure to check that the player's standing on a one-way platform before you move in, because you wouldn't want to be able to use drop if he's standing on solid ground, because then you'd end up getting him stuck in the ground.
Right, yeah.
That part, because he mentions raycast, I'm not sure how to do those in Godot, but that could be something that we figure out.
Yeah, maybe we'll see. I wish that the screen would stay here while I click out. You know what? I could just do that and just not be lazy. Okay. So what is this? Unused parameter. Delta is never used in the fuck. I just pulled this up.
True. Which is probably why it's not being used.
Yeah, I guess. Alrighty. So let's see. So for the one way to just add static body 2D. Because I have the sprite 2D and I also have the collision shape 2D already. So do I add to the platform just like here, let me add like a child node real quick. Okay, can't speak. Love to see it. Let's see. So collision shape. If I could spell, that'd be great. Collision shape 2D. Oh wait, no, I already have that one. Which one do I not have? Static body. Okay. Static body 2D. Create. This node has no shape.
I'm curious if you click on the platform node.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it is. It already is a static body, I think. Let me see. Oh, it's a animatable body. Huh.
Okay. That probably extends from static body.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming if you click on the collision shape, because right now you have one-way platforms for these specific platforms, right?
Yes. What's up, Captain Gamerika? How you doing? How are thee and ye family? I'm doing pretty good. My son's doing good. How are you? Yeah.
Yeah, do you remember how you set up that one-way platforming for this?
So in this, I literally is like if you go into the inspector right here, it says one-way collision, and you just turn it on.
Oh, perfect. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that right there, you already did that thing that they were referring to.
Right. Yeah. So then do I just need to like add the func drop and then the position thing, or?
Yeah, so the funk drop thing that they're referring to here, there's two directions that we could go at this from.
Right.
Um, there's we could go from the direction of the player, where on the player script we would add something, or we can go from the direction of the platform, where on the platform we add something.
Right.
Um,
Sorry, one second. You're doing good,
Go ahead.
Captain. No worries. Nice to hear. Yeah, man. Let you get on with what you doing. Need to listen and concentrate. Oh yeah, we're doing that, man. But no, I'm also chatting with you guys. What you been up to, man? Um, yeah. So sorry. Uh,
Oh, don't apologize. Totally fine. I'm the sideshow here.
you're you're good. You're good. Okay. So, sorry, you were saying though. One again.
So there's two directions that we can
Mm-hmm.
go at this from. If we want
Right.
the player to go through the platform, then we need to either add code to the player or we need to add code to the platform.
Okay.
Uh, this drop one looks like it's an option that would be added to the player.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
Um, yeah, adding something to the platform. I'm trying to think like which direction makes more sense. Um, which one is the object that is acting and which one is the object that's being acted upon?
That is a good question. I'm gonna go into the player thing real quick. If input,
Yeah.
I do kind of want to see what happens if we do the function thing because it says that it moves the player down 1 pixel if he's standing flush on a one-way platform. The shift will drop him below.
Hmm.
So I am wondering if it's like just that easy and you just kind of
Why don't we
apologize.
try it out?
Yeah, I'm just gonna see what happens. Apologies to your teacher. He sounds awesome. This is Breezin, and yeah, no need to
Hello.
apologize, man. We're just chilling. We're just figuring some stuff out. So yeah, no need to apologize. You're good.
Yeah, I do my best to be super chill and not take offense to anything. So I totally get that everybody's got their own things that they're doing, and I'm just a guest on this stream anyway. So
Yeah, he's a good friend. So it is all good. Here, I'm gonna stand alone. Lambdas cannot be accessed. Consider assigning it to a variable.
so
Uh,
this is a syntax thing. There's a bunch of um, let's take a step back and talk about the functions.
sure.
Um, so a function is, in simplest terms, a block of code.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like up above, you have the function physics process.
Right. Yeah.
Um, the way that GD script knows which code is part of that function
Mm-hmm.
is through indentation. So you'll see there that your code is indented past the function. You've got like
Mm-hmm.
one indent there. Um, you've got some additional things like the if statements have it indented another thing so that the game knows that that line of code, like the velocity plus equals get gravity,
Mm-hmm.
it's indented past the if, so the game knows that that velocity line belongs to the if statement.
Okay. Yeah.
But then where the if is indented, the script knows that it belongs to the function.
Okay.
So if you scroll down to where you typed in the func drop,
Mm-hmm.
you'll see you've got it indented. So it thinks that this function belongs to this other function.
Oh, okay. So I need
And that's
to.
why it's giving you a problem.
So you're saying, do I need to indent it one more time,
You need
or
to unindent
oh,
it.
I need to unindent it like that?
Yeah, we're
Okay.
making a new function.
I got you. No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Let me see what happens when we just do that. Oh, hold on. Let me actually go to a. Oh wait, no. This stage does have movables. Okay, so nothing's happening now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I do remember it saying something about, like, if you go into the... Hold on one second. Character body. Okay, yeah, so we're on the player right now. If we go to the platform, though, that there was... what did it say? It had said something like enable... Oh, yeah, the one-way collision is enabled. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it should have worked from what they were saying.
Yes and no.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess now what do we do?
So I guess my question for you here to help discover what's going on is you added the code for drop, the little function block there.
Mm-hmm.
But how does the game know when to run that code?
I guess we would have to, like, put in something that says, like, oh, drop is this. And so would we have to have a node that says, like, drop equals and then something?
You're definitely on the right track. What you realize there is that we aren't calling the function.
Oh, real quick. Captain America, yeah, nice Assassin's Creed Shadow Gameplay soon. Love to see it. Hey, love, peace, and grease, man. Hopefully we can see you again very soon. Thanks you so very much for your support and just for being awesome. You take care of yourself, my brother. Alrighty.
Thanks for being here. Have a good one.
Yes, thank you. Kisses, what? Okay, so, alright, you were saying? So, on the right track, but I also just failed, and you're just being nice about it?
I do my best to be nice about it. And I also want to be fair, like, there is such a thing as partially failing and partially being correct.
Ah, I see.
So the part here that you got correct is that we're not calling the function. Right now, that little block of code, the position.y plus equals 1, that exists.
Okay.
But the game never actually runs that code.
Interesting. Okay.
So in order for the game to know to run that code, we have to tell the game to run that code by putting another line of code somewhere that says drop. Wherever we put the drop reference is where it will run that code.
Okay. Would we want the drop in the player because it's the player's movement?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So so I would just write drop, or maybe not because it's yelling at me now.
It is yelling at you. That is not the place that we want to put drop.
Okay.
So to figure out where we want to put drop, we have to ask ourselves, when do you want the player to drop?
Whenever whenever they do the certain button function for it.
True.
Does make it a breeze. Yeah, I know, it really does.
I feel like I should use that as a catchphrase.
Hey, you should, dude. You're just getting an idea. I like that. So do you want it like here with like the speed and jump velocity with the const?
So those are constants. The const refers to that.
Okay.
They're properties. Those are things that just sort of exist in the background. We don't want them existing in the background. So
yeah, okay, that makes sense.
A good example here is the way that you've handled the jump. So right there, you put in an if statement where it's like, if this button is pressed, then the player will jump.
Oh, okay.
So you've got an example there of if you want something to happen when you push a button, that's how you can do it.
Okay. Credit me for it. I'll make sure of it, Captain. We'll make sure of it. So you're seeing that if input dot is action just press like this thing?
Yeah.
Okay. So drop would be a if statement?
Yeah, because we're saying essentially, if the player pushes this button,
Mm-hmm.
then we want them to drop.
Okay. So, does it matter where the if goes, or like, would it be okay just like under this, or?
So it will matter where the if goes,
Oh,
because
okay.
we need to put the if somewhere where the game will read it. Uh, like the speed, the jump velocity things, those are outside. They exist in the background. The game isn't reading those.
Right. Okay.
But you have the physics process, um, and that's run every physics frame. This goes back to kind of like what we were talking about with frames. Physics frames are a little bit different, um, but same idea.
Okay.
So that means that any code that's part of the physics process function is going to be run while the game is running.
Okay.
Um, so the game will see any code that you put there.
Sure. Okay. So we want it
And we're
under
going to put
this.
yes.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting. I guess that
And
makes
then as
sense.
for placement within there, like code will run in order,
Okay.
just from top to bottom.
Right.
So you'd put it before things that you want it to happen before and after things you want it to happen after.
Okay.
I don't think it will matter too much for here, but you can sort of have that in your head while you're deciding where you want to put it.
Right. Let me see real quick. So this is gravity if you're not on the floor. So that's like if you're falling. Um, jumping. Would we want it like before the falling thing? Because like we're saying, oh, if you push this, then you start falling, and then oh, if you're not on the floor, then you fall and you get the gravity.
I like that thinking. I think we should try that.
Okay. Would I like put it before the 9? Or like put 9
Yeah,
down?
so add like push enter to shove everything down and make some space.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
and now we can put it there.
okay, cool. So, I also like how they did this little thing where it's pounded out, but like literal like, oh, this is what this is doing. Okay.
Yeah.
I do like that actually.
Those are comments that's pretty standard for code is you just say like, okay, I'm going to put in some code here. Here's what it does.
Okay.
But if somebody else comes in later and is helping you out with this, then they can see, oh, this is the code that Scotty wrote to make sure that the player will drop down through platforms.
I see. Okay. Alrighty, so let's see, dropping through platforms. So we want it to be an if statement.
Mm-hmm.
If I wish this drop down box wasn't there, because okay, there we go. If do we want it to be this input, or because we're saying like if the player inputs a certain thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So if input dot, but now we need to figure out what the input would be.
True.
So
What do you want it to be?
I mean, I really want to program it for a controller, but right now I'm working on it like through a keyboard. So
Yeah.
I guess it would probably be like down twice. Like if you do like click the down button like in rapid succession twice, it would probably do that.
Gotcha. Okay. Doing like a double tap might be a little bit more complicated to code. Why don't we start with just pushing down and see if we can get it working, and then we can figure out the input from there.
Sure. I like that. So we're saying action press? Probably.
I believe.
Let's see what the if action just pressed for the jump.
Probably the difference there is there's sort of 3 states that keyboard key can be in.
Mm-hmm.
It's either currently being pressed, so if you're like holding the spacebar, then it will register as being pressed.
Oh,
It's
okay.
currently not being pressed, which means it's up. You're not pushing the spacebar. And then the
Okay.
third state, the just pressed, is it wasn't pressed the last time the game checked, but this time the game checked it is pressed.
Okay.
So you'll do that for things like jump, where you want it to happen just one time when they push the spacebar.
Right. Okay. So we'd probably want to go with that then, right? Because we don't want to push down and then we just continue sinking into the abyss.
True. So, yeah, so let's do just the is action just press.
Okay. Okay. What is this? VI accept. Oh. I'm guessing VI is like the. Okay, hold on a second. Is that VI or is that? Oh, but I need to put it in quotations. All the things that I keep forgetting. V.
Or VI or UI? Looks like V.
Oh, it's not V, it's a U. Why'd they make it look like that? UI down? Okay.
I would assume that's what that is.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Should we do like a and is on platform or?
Good question. I think what we'll do for now is let's just see if we can get him to go down when we push down, and then we'll worry about the additional things that we want to do with it later.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So you can take it bit by bit, just like, okay, what we want to do is we want him to go down through the platform. Let's start by making him go down.
Okay.
Do I want? And then you can make sure that part's working.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Do I need to put down like drop? Is that where I put that? Like if I indent it on this one?
Yes.
Okay. Drop. Expected.
Oh, the
colon after if. But the other one isn't. That's weird. Let's see.
It's at the end of the if statement. So you'll see like if not is on floor. The colon is after the is on floor. So.
Oh yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like at the end of the line.
Okay.
So it's like this one line. The left side is if, and the right side is the colon.
Okay.
And then everything in between is the condition we're checking.
Okay. Let me see what happens then.
Yeah.
So if we go this way. Okay, nothing. Oh, it's like shaking, but. Oh, well, okay, I shouldn't have gone that way. Let me go this way.
Expert gamer.
I know, for real. for real. And I think this one has the other platforms that are side to side. Yes, okay. So if... Oh, well, it worked that time.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird. I wonder why it didn't work the first time. Oh! Why it didn't work the first time. Yeah, for real. Let's see. Yeah, for some weird reason when it goes like on this up and down one, it's having like a hard time with it, but when it's the side to side ones.
So to break that down, you might already be thinking this, but just like verbalize it. You notice that it works differently in two different scenarios.
Yeah.
So it's just figuring out why it's different. We can start thinking about like, well, what's different about those two scenarios?
Right. Let's see. I'm gonna do this. So, able to drop, frop? Okay. Drop on side to side moving platforms, but not up and down ones. Okay. Interesting. Oh, wait, hold on. Something about this. So, because our function is drop and its position y plus equal 1, so is the reason like why we're not dropping through it because our y positioning is always changing when we're going up and down?
Yes. Good job.
Yay!
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure that there's some slight more specificity to it. There's some aspect of like the way the platform is moving in conjunction with the way that you're moving. But essentially what you've just said is correct.
Interesting.
Because the reason that it works on the side-to-side platform is when it moves your Y position, it puts you beyond the one-way collision detection. And it does that because the platform's position is not changing at all.
Right, yeah.
But when the platform's going up and down, then the Y position is changing. So you might move down one, but the platform is also moving down one. Or like the platform's carrying you up when you try to move down, and so it's not working that way either.
Okay, yeah.
So
do we have to make like this function drop thing like a lot more intricate then?
Probably.
Okay, lovely. Also, chat, thank you so much for the 9 likes, by the way. Let's see if we can hit 15. If we can, then I will clap my feet. That would be great.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. I try to incentivize.
Yeah.
Tell your wife, just, hey, by the way.
Please. You must hear him clap his feet.
Honey. Alrighty.
Excellent.
Excellent incentive. Alrighty, so I guess let me think. So yeah, this seems a little like it kind of works, but only if it's side to side. So we need to make things a little bit more complex. So what would be a good complex? Is there a way to like?
Go ahead.
Sorry. So with this collision shape, is there a way to program the script to say if you're standing on a collision shape 2D, like no, that wouldn't be good though because you use collision shapes on all of the platforms, even the solid ones, huh?
Good thinking. Yes.
Okay. Well, I got nothing then.
Well, you've got a couple of things there. You've noticed that, okay, the player is standing on a collision shape 2D. In this case, it's the collision shape for a platform.
Right.
So we can start thinking about like, okay, what are the properties of the collision shape that we can manipulate to make the player fall through it? And is there a way that we can make it so that the player recognizes when they're on a collision shape for a platform versus a collision shape for solid ground?
I'm going to say yes. I have no idea how, but I'm going to say yes.
Yeah. You definitely can.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think through like some of the least complicated solutions.
Well, is there a way to like say if player is standing on this node called platform, then you can do that? Or does it have to be like a lot more technical, I guess I would say?
Good question. This is going to be where my inexperience with GDScript comes to bite me.
Yay!
Because I know ways to do that in other, like in Unity or in Monogame.
Yeah.
I know how to do that. And so I'm assuming it's going to be a similar way in GDScript, but I don't know what it is.
Okay.
one thing we can do is you have the is on floor, right? On the
Uh,
player,
is
like
on
the is on
floor. I
floor
have is
function.
on floor. Oh yeah. The
Yeah,
velocity. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Oh wait, this
Where
is
does
if
that is
not
on
is on
floor?
floor.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you're saying okay.
I'm trying to find the is on floor function where that's
Right.
located. Is that in the player script or is that somewhere else?
It must be somewhere else because yeah, I don't see it either.
Let me try looking it up real quick.
Okay.
Is on.
Chat, who's in here, by the way? I just want to say hi to everyone who's in chat and who's hit that like button and subscribed and given me your life savings so that I can feed myself, I guess. What an interesting thing, this coding thing. I like it, but it's also one of those things where I'm like, what?
I feel that way a lot. It's so cool when you can like make something that works the way you want it to,
Right.
but until you get to that point, it's like
You're like, what
walking
the crap?
through the dark abyss of the nether worlds or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, yeah, I'm thinking through. It looks like the is on floor is it's a function from character body 2D. Um,
Oh, okay.
your player there extends from character body 2D,
It does, yeah.
which means that you use functions from character body 2D.
Yeah. Okay.
And it looks like all is on floor does is that it tells us if the last time that the character body did move and slide if they hit the floor.
Okay.
Um, so that's not gonna help with telling us what kind of floor they hit.
Hmm. Yippee.
So that's where we probably get into raycasts and things like that.
Who did what now?
I'm thinking, yeah, raycasts. Just as a quick introduction to raycast, a raycast will it starts at whatever point you set it to, and it ends at whatever point you set it to, and
Mm-hmm.
it tells you if there's anything between those 2 points.
Interesting. Interesting.
Um, Usually, you can use raycast then to say like, oh, if there is something between those 2 points, then you can grab that thing and ask it like what it is. You can make it do things by calling functions on it. Um, so you can do fun things with that. Um, Probably worth getting into at some point.
Right.
Um, with falling through platforms, another thing that we could look at is collision layers.
Oh, true.
Um,
What's up, Wesley? Yeah, no, there's a real quick. There was something that so with these platforms, let me is this it? Yeah. So there's a collision shape that I added to it. Let me go into 2D. Oh, maybe I didn't. Which one did I? Oh, right here on the fallable tile thing. So I added two collision shapes. One of them was to say like, oh, the player enters it, therefore this thing begins to shake and get disintegrated and everything like that. So I'm wondering like, should I add, or would that work for this like platform? Like if you're standing on this, then the player can go through it.
hmm, that's an interesting way that you could go about it.
Whenever you say interesting, do you mean good or?
Well, I think my philosophy, especially with just getting into coding the way you are, the philosophy that I'd go with is first, let's make something that works,
Uh-huh.
and then we can worry about making it work well
Sure.
or doing it the right way.
Sure.
Um, I think a lot of the programming learning that I've done is, oh, I want to do this thing, and I go and I try and figure out how to do it. I learn a bunch of stuff along the way, and I do it the wrong way, but I've learned a way to do it, and I've learned a lot of tools that I have, which I can then use for future things.
Right.
Um, so even if you do it the wrong way, it's still gonna give you an opportunity to learn more about how Godot works, how these things can be used together,
Yeah.
and all those sorts of things.
Okay. I like that. I like that. I haven't been able to tell anyone since I've been working all day, but now that I'm alone in the office, I just want to say this somewhere. I'm getting a new job soon. Yeah, congratulations, dude. What is your new job? That is awesome, though. Hopefully everything goes well. Okay, so yeah, I added a new collision shape 2D2.
Yeah.
Let me go into the fallable tile is what I called it and see. So the collision shape. Oh, let me see. What's up, bruh? How you doing? Thank you so much for dropping in. Hit that like button, dude. We hit that 10 like hype, chat. We only need 5 more to go until I clap my feet. So area 2D. What? Let's see. Has one connection on area 2D. Oh, hold on 1 second. I think that might be okay. I like how I'm just going back and forth between all these.
Oh yeah, it's very common.
Let's go to. Yeah. Let's see. Right now we're on the. Oh, there we go. No, stop. Oh, single use platform. Okay. Single use platform. I think the followable tiles actually I need to delete those because I don't actually use them. Okay, single use platforms. We need area 2D on the regular platform. Let's get rid of this and then let's go here. Let's add area 2D. Essentially the same as what I do now, but a school system instead of a hospital pays only a little better, but comes with government benefits. Dude, that's excellent, dude. I'm very proud of you. That is incredible. And I hope it goes well for you.
Benefits and pay are always nice.
I was about to say, yeah, like, even if it's just a little bit of pay, but, like, the benefit kind of thing, that's, like, kind of a game changer. I'm not going to lie. Let's see. Just I take Adderall now. Sometimes it doesn't work. Oh, okay. So, collision. Got it. Okay. So, and then if we go here... So with the area 2D, we need to add a if, or is it body entered? Let's see. Body entered on area 2D, body entered. Interesting. Okay. Body entered. And then on area 2D, body entered, connect. Okay. What's my game about? Basically life, death, and the pursuit of happiness, mixed with a little bit of using the 7 deadly sins as your weapons. So, yep.
Yeah, just awesome game stuff.
And people getting stuck in trees. So,
ooh.
Yeah, that's actually what the one.
Favorite.
Yeah. So I mean, a little bit of the lore breakdown. So. The goddess of the soul, she wanted to like have like mankind be a thing, right? And the only way that then she had to like fight the other gods because like they didn't want man and everything because man like creates tarnished things. And so there was like a war between her and the other gods and everything. And she had to expunge. Is that the word I'm looking for? She had to use up a lot of her energy to fight off the gods, but she couldn't like kill them or anything because that would just send everything into chaos. And so what she did was she used a lot of her energy to like banish them or like lock them away, except for the other strongest one, the god of magic, and she like could only like banish him like thousands of years or thousands of billions of miles away. And so then she had to use what they created called the Tree of Abundance, or what did I call it? What did I call it? I'm looking at my notes. Oh, the Tree of Plenty. So she had to like stick herself inside the tree in order to like sap what little energy she had left to create souls. And so that's why like whenever you die in this world and you like come back, you like are a little sapling and everything, and then you like rise from the ground because the tree is helping her like give form to like human soul. So yeah, that's a little bit of the lore. And essentially we're just trying to kill the god of magic who's back, and he wants blood. We'll put it that way. Every day the
Pretty
school...
neat way of establishing the roguelike aspect.
Yeah. I mean, I figured, I was like, well, if we're gonna have that be a thing, like I might as well make it like a thing. So
yeah,
every day the school is closed minus summer vacation is a paid day off for me. I still get 10 days to work as per vacation per year. Dang, seems pretty good actually. Seems metal af. Yeah, it is. So it is what it is. Okay, so collision shape 2D. I need to... Oh, let me do this. Platform, collision shape. Let's add a collision shape. Inspector. No. Stop, Scott. Oh, there it is. I was like, what am I looking for? Yeah, I get excited writing lore and stuff like that. That's like my favorite thing to do. So, okay, so there's that. So there's the shape. So if we enter this, then something should happen. So we need to go back and do our scripting. Chat, thank you so much for the 12 likes, by the way. If you're in here, let me know so that I can give you little pats on the head. Let's see. Okay, so we're in here. I'd like a pat on the head. Well, you can't see me, but there you go.
I guess I should probably take mine too, huh?
Yes. I don't know if you could hear that or if the noise gate was canceling that out, but I was smacking my microphone vigorously. So
Awesome, I believe.
I don't know if you've seen Terminal Montages. Do you watch Terminal Montage? Have you ever heard of him?
Yeah, I've seen several of the videos.
Okay, have you seen the one where it's like, I think it's Monster Hunter, and the guy like sees a little pig and he like pats him on the head vigorously. He's like, "What a good boogie! What a good boogie!"
I don't think I've seen that one, but I feel like I can picture the Terminal Montage style doing that.
It's like every time that he like taps him, the little like smack sound effect goes off. It's like, "What a good boogie!" It's just like, oh gall. I love it. I could hear it. Perfect. Hopefully it ruffled your hair. Unless you're bald, then hopefully it ruffled your... You know what? We're just going to keep going. So... Alrighty, so we have the collision shape 2D. We have the area 2D where the node is connected. Now I just need to figure out if we go back to our single-use platform. Oh, I don't need to click on that, actually. Single-use platform, let's see. Where does it set? Let's see. Function ready set process. Okay, so this is the timer. This is the... Oh, on area. Okay, cool. So we need something like this. Is it kosher to copy things just to, like, paste them right here? Oh, wait, no, it's right there. Oh, got it. I did it. Just kidding. No, I didn't. Okay. Function on area 2D body entered. Parenthesis body. Okay, so we don't need this void node 2D thing then? It wasn't in the other one.
Yeah, it looks like those were probably generated because it generated this block of code for you when you attach it to the signal.
Yeah.
From my understanding, this is saying, okay, we've got a function. The function is named on area 2D body entered. It takes a node 2D as a parameter using the name body.
Right.
and it returns void.
Okay.
The returning void thing is not necessary. From what I was looking at the GD script syntax, um, I don't think the pass is necessary either because it's implied. Um,
Right.
pass. Let me check that keyword before I guess what it means because I actually have the page open with the keywords.
Also, Wesley,
Pass.
we figured out how to do the shakeable platforms. I'll have to show you. I'll have to show you that in just a hot second. Because yeah, this one here says function on area 2D body entered parenthesis body colon if body dot name equals player, and then that's when all of this jargon happens. So I'm wondering if we
Right.
like do that too, like to this one.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do this real quick.
Because essentially this function is going to happen every time something collides with this platform.
Right.
So the first thing we want to do is check, is it a player that collided with the platform or something else?
Let me do this real quick. Making games again, I work from 5 to 8 hour shifts instead of 4 to 10, which means shorter weekend, but I actually have time for hobbies during the week. Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, you should definitely do that. Work order should be quick. You're fine, Wesley. You take your time. Okay, let's see. If body.name equals player, but for some weird reason, oh, is it because I didn't indented block? Oh, after? Wait,
After. Yeah.
after.
So essentially the game is telling you, hey, you just asked me if this body name is player, and I'm supposed to do something if it is.
Oh,
but
okay.
I don't know what to do.
So it's just saying, finish your
There's
job,
nothing after
man.
there. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's actually why pass was there. So if you type in pass right here, we'll end up replacing it, but we should see that error goes away. Pass is essentially saying, do nothing, but you wanted me to put something here, so I did.
Okay. It's the calm down computer. Calm down.
Yep.
Okay, got it. Alrighty. So if player, so do we want to say if body name equals player? Do we have to add another statement that says like if, like, the player, or what am I trying to say? Or, like, should we say if body name equals player? Like, is there a way to say and player enters the down space? Does that make sense? I don't know if...
Yeah, because if I understand right, what you're trying to have happen here is if the player enters this collision area and is holding down, then we want them to fall through.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes. So I'm wondering, like, do we have the, like, and enters the down key or, like, whatever, like, do I have that on line 15 as well?
You could have that there. I think...
Would it be better to put it below?
I think it would be better to have it on the same line.
Okay.
From my understanding, you want to avoid nested ifs whenever possible. So, like, in this case, we'll have if body name is equal to player and down is pressed.
And, let's see, how did they write the... What was it? Oh, wait. Oh. There we go. Let's see. Input. Hold up. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on a second. Let me use my thinking cap real quick. Let's see. We need platform. Okay. And input. feel like I'm watching my college professor look over and be like, what is these?
I'm only very quietly judging you.
Oh. Love it.
Slowly marking down your scores on a separate piece of paper right here.
Oh no.
We'll find out afterwards if you passed or failed.
Dang it. Platform. Oh wait. If platform, I needed this to be a dot, and then this needs to be. Let's see. Needs to be dot. Is action just pressed? Is action just pressed? And then we need to put quote unquote UI. This is me being dumb. What is that called again? Underscore?
Underscore, yeah.
Okay, lovely. Underscore down.
GDScript uses underscore a lot in its naming conventions, which I'm not used to, so it throws me off.
Right. So for this, so we're saying if body name equals player and input is action just pressed UI down. So that gives us all of the if that we really need. So
yeah, it gives us our conditions there.
Right, yeah. So now we need to tell it to I don't know if you've seen Adventure Time with the Lich King when he's like fall.
I have not.
Okay, well,
some of the things that I'm just missing out on in life.
I've never seen it either. I just saw that one scene because everyone was like, dude, you should check this out, it's raw. And I was like, okay, cool. And I did it. I was like, dang, that's raw. So I mean, that's about as far as I got.
I'm trying to I feel like there's a movie, specific movie that I'm thinking of that I've seen almost the entire thing just for memes. But I can't tell you what the movie is, and it's gonna drive me crazy. I'll remember it in the shower tomorrow morning or something. But
that just text me then and just be like, oh my gosh, it was this.
That's what it was.
I'll be like, what the heck are you talking about? And then like when I'm in the shower, I'll be like, oh.
That's what it was. It's like playing phone tag or something.
Yeah. Thought tag.
What was that again?
Oh, that's what he meant. Okay,
yeah, so we got our conditions there.
Yes.
So now what do we want to have happen when those conditions are met?
Well, now that you ask. So we want to go through the collision. Oh, do we want the collision layer to equal false?
That's something we could try.
That sounds like so jank, and I love it. So give me a second.
Yeah.
Let's do collision layer. Oh, pause. False. Let's see. Name collision layer called as a function, but is an int. Pardon?
An int.
An int.
I've never heard them called that way before.
Well, you know me. Oh, one second. Collision layer equals. Yeah. All right. Okay, let me save that. Let me see what happens. This could be hilarious.
It could be.
The world just breaks. Okay, yeah, so he doesn't go down there. It's like trying to, but... Let me try the other one real quick. Whee!
Yeah.
Okay. Down here. I think it's this one. Boop. Yeah, it's this one. Huh! Okay, so that does work. But it still didn't work.
One quick thing to point out.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure you still have your drop on the player script.
Oh, you're right. Hold on a second. I do. Let me pound it out.
True.
Do I also... Oh, yeah, I do. Okay, cool. There we go. Let's try that. I'm back. Oh. Huh?
Almost.
Welcome back,
So
Wesley.
you're gonna need to pound this line out too.
Oh yeah, because it's like, excuse me, but you don't have drop.
That was such good timing, Weston. It's like I'm back right at the same time that you went into the game, so I thought that's what you were referring to, but
Oh.
man, just peak comedy.
All right, let's see. Okay, it still does not work here. Let me see if it works over here. Huh. 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 Hit. Hat. Okay. Huh. All right, so we're here. Okay, it doesn't work on this one either now. Okay, so now we just now it just doesn't work.
True.
So. Nope, wrong one. Wait, what? There we go. So this collision layer equals false just doesn't work. So we need something different. Or is that the problem?
Sorry, I was taking a quick look at something else. Could you repeat that?
Oh, I was just wondering, do we need to like just get rid of collision layer equals false and try something completely different?
So I think the problem is actually with our conditions.
This one right here.
Yeah, and the thing that I was looking up is going to be a way for us to check.
Okay.
Thing that I was looking at, something that I use all the time in monogame, is a function called debug log.
Okay.
What that does is essentially it lets me tell the game when it should talk to me. It tells me what's going on.
Sure.
And there's a way that we can do that in Godot too. I think, if I'm reading this right. So why don't you add another line after 16 and just type print parentheses.
Oh, if I could spell. Okay. Pringles. Okay.
And then in quotes, you can just put whatever you want, like hi, goodness gracious.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna need to put that in quotes.
Oh, quote it. Yeah. Oh no. It's all wrong. How you doing? Okay.
And now that I'm thinking about it, I just want to make sure that print is going to do what I think it's going to do. So we're actually going to put it somewhere else that's going to have some very funny results. Why don't you put it in the process function?
This one right here?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second. I don't know what you got going on, but I trust, I think.
I'm pretty sure this shouldn't destroy everything.
Well, it does say it destroyed something. What's up, UB? Welcome on into the stream, my friend. Thanks for dropping the like, sharing the love, giving me your life savings. How you doing? Literally.
We're going to want to get rid of that pass.
Oh, yeah.
We have something there now, so we don't have to tell the compiler that it's being silly. Okay.
Okay.
So let's try running the game. And if I'm right, you're going to want to keep your eye on that little box at the bottom of the screen that has stuff typed in it.
Right here?
Yeah, that.
Okay.
While you run the game.
Let me move this real quick. Okay. Oh, no.
There it is.
Oh, no.
Yes.
What's happening?
So that platform is asking, how are you doing?
Dang.
Every frame.
Nice. Okay.
Every time process runs.
Very cool.
So,
very cool.
Excellent. That's working exactly the way I expect it to.
Lovely.
Um,
Atlanta.
So I know, right? That was 9,327. How you
How you
doing?
doing? We're in friends now. Goodness gracious. Okay.
Yep. Um, so if you, the reason why I want to check that is you can use that as a very quick check to see if conditions are met or not. Um,
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if
so in,
conditions are met.
that's why we have this.
Okay.
Um, so just to play around with this a little bit more, so you can get a better idea of how to use it. Let's go ahead and add an if statement before this print.
Okay.
So the print will be on the next line, line 12.
Oh. Got it. That's it.
Yeah, and you'll want to indent it.
Oh, if. Okay. Oh, this. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you're good. And then we'll come back to the if statement.
Okay.
Because this if is going to be like all of the other ones. We're going to want to put a condition there. So for testing purposes, why don't we just have that input is action just press UI down? Because we're familiar with that condition.
Oh, okay.
We know when it should be true.
Okay. If input action just pressed, and then we want UI down. Okay. Print how you do. Okay.
So, real quick, before you run it, what would you expect to happen here?
Well, every time that I would push down, I would get a how you doing.
Yeah.
Is there a way to clear all of this to make sure, or does it clear automatically?
If it's like Unity, it should clear when you click run. I guess we'll find out.
Let's see. Okay, it does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so right now, know how you doings.
Oh, I just did 10 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I just clicked it once.
So, why do you think there's 10 of them when you clicked it?
I don't know.
17,
Then there was
24.
No, 31. Yeah. I don't really know, actually. Like, to be completely honest.
Totally valid. So, let's think about where the code is. We put that code on the platform script in process.
Right.
Which means that every time that the platform script process is run, if you pushed down, it'll ask how you doing.
Right.
Or should I say, how are you doing?
How you doing? Okay.
So then we can say, okay, if that happens every time this script is run, how many times is this script being run? And the answer is, it's being run once per frame for every platform that you have in the scene. So you're getting multiple how you doings because you have multiple platforms in the scene.
Okay.
When you push down, every single platform in the scene is asking how you doing.
Interesting. So the platforms are recognizing when I push down. So I guess my question is, hold on, let me do this real quick. So I guess the thing that I'm wondering now is just why is it just not working now? I guess I don't really understand that.
Yeah, let's go back to that script. It's recognizing when you push down. But there's another condition there.
Right.
So I need to take a quick bathroom break, but I'm going to give you a homework assignment.
Oh dear.
For the couple minutes that I'm gone.
Okay.
Just copy that print how you doing, and put it under the collision layer equals false.
Collision layer equals false. Okay. I could do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then erase
this one.
erased from the process, yeah, you're going to need to replace the if statement with pass.
Okay.
So it doesn't get mad at us again.
Okay. There we
Yeah.
go. Okay.
So your homework assignment while I'm gone is I want you to run the game and try and get it to print how you doing.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good.
I shouldn't be gone too long, but
Oh, no, it's fine.
give it your best shot.
Okay. Oh, no. Chat, it's not working. It's not working, chat. Oh, gosh. Let's try to... Eat. Oh, hey, we can go backwards. Okay, let's go up one here. So we should be seeing how you doings when we step on these platforms. When we push down on the platforms, which we're not. So that is a little bit of a problem. And by a little bit of a problem, I mean that's a problem. Okay, so let's do this. Should be here where we have other platforms. If I was good at the game and actually clicked the jump button, that'd be cool. Okay. Alright, wait for the platform. There we go. That's interesting. Very interesting. Oh! Okay. That's weird. If body equals name, just pressed down. Okay. So something is getting lost in the sauce then, ladies and gentlemen. So that means that something right here is not translating. Ugh. Yeah. Very cool. Dang. Okay, well. Okay, so...
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, golly. What's up?
How did it go?
Terrible. Yeah, every time that I would go on a platform, yeah, I wasn't able to figure it out. Because, yeah, not a single how you doing.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. So...
They're not very polite platforms.
I was going to say, those little stinkers.
All right, then. So if it wasn't asking how you're doing,
Yeah.
that means we've got something going wrong with the conditions there.
Right.
Either, I guess I should say, either the conditions or when this code is being triggered.
Mm-hmm. So, is part of the problem, like, when you say and, is that not necessarily the correct thing to say? Like, maybe is and the wrong thing? Or...
It's good thinking, because we're looking at those conditions there. So we're saying, okay, what's going wrong here? And can cause problems for conditions. What and does is it says essentially, okay, both of these things have to be true.
Right.
So we have to have the body name is player, and we have to have just pressed down. So in this case, I don't think that the and is the problem.
Okay.
We know that the body name is player because that's worked for your single-use platforms, the crumbling platforms.
Right.
And we know that the input is actually just press down. We know that works because we've tried it out in a couple other places.
Right, yeah.
So it seems like both of these things should be true. I think the thing here that might be a little bit more obscure, so I'm just going to lay it out for you, is the on area 2D body entered.
On area 2D.
That function.
Oh.
Yeah, that function.
Yeah.
Do you remember how you set it up to be called?
Like what it was before I deleted all that?
Sorry. Let me use different words. Called is like a programming term for a function where it's like that's where the function will be run, where that code block is going to be run.
Okay.
I guess I did just say it was an obscure thing. So on your area 2D, if you click on that node.
Click on it? Okay.
Sorry. The area 2D node on the left side of the screen.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. Now if you go to the right side of the screen, you've got your signals over there.
Yes.
So you have the signal body entered, and you've connected in the on area 2D body entered function there.
Right.
Which means that this function is being called when the body entered signal is emitted from the area 2D, which is a bunch of programming words.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of understand it.
Yeah. I feel like more straightforward words is area 2D has already been programmed so that when something hits it, it screams. And you basically just said your function is listening for that scream, and when it hears the scream, it goes, now I need to run.
Okay.
So now we've got screaming platforms. I feel like that kind of fits with your lore.
Sure. Yeah.
So the thing that's going on, I'm pretty sure the thing going on here, and we can actually, I guess before I say this thing, we can actually test this before the if statement.
Of this one?
So add a new line. Yeah.
So before it.
Before it, yeah.
Okay.
Let's have it print. I'll have it print again. This time, let's just have it scream. So you can either type scream, you can type all A's, whatever you want. Yeah.
Oh, let me.
Just remember that it's going to need to be in quotes.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, okay. 1 second. Oh, what have I done? What is this?
I know when I'm coding in Monogame, if I like highlight something and then I type quotes, it'll quote the highlighted bit. Maybe I'll like show you that shortcut sometime. I feel like talking through it is not.
Real quick, sorry. So something I must have accidentally pushed something, but like now this is just kind of like a different, like it's. Anyway, it's fine.
I think I see that like a different color or the cursor.
Yeah, the cursor thing, like it only like you can't write in between stuff. It's only like below. I just didn't.
Oh my goodness. Are you on like a Windows computer?
I am on a Windows. It wasn't like that before, but then Yeah,
so there's the arrow keys on the keyboard, and I want to say there's like 6 or 9 keys that are like directly above those.
Right, yeah, I see those.
I don't remember which one it is, but I'm pretty sure pushing one of those keys is what makes that happen.
Oh no! Let me.
Not that one, I guess.
Not that one either. Let's see. Insert.
There it is. Yeah, that one.
Tech wizard. I like Alrighty, so what you're saying is... Okay, once we enter in the body, it should say, ah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. Now what happens if we do this, though? Okay, so it does work. But...
It does, yes.
For some weird reason, when we first spawned in, it said, like...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, so it is working, but... Kind of?
Another interesting thing that I want you to note here is that every time that you land on the platform, you get one screen.
Oh no. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I see that. Okay, I see that. So that's a problem?
It is part of our problem.
Okay. How much chat GBT do I use? None, because it's stupid. Go on. Sorry, you were saying?
No worries. Let's see. Streaming platforms. That's what it was. So, one of the things to point out here is you notice how they all screamed when you started the game?
Yes.
So that on area 2D body entered. Any other body can trigger that, not just the player. That's why we have the if body name equals player.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll notice that on your platform, you have two collision shapes.
On my platform. Yes, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So what happened is when you started the game, every single one of your platforms had their one collision shape, entered that area 2D, and caused the platform to scream.
Okay.
So that's why they all screamed when you started the game.
Mm-hmm.
But the other key thing pointing out here is the on area 2D body entered is being called exactly once when you enter the body.
Okay.
Just that initial time.
Mm-hmm.
And that input we have there, input is action just pressed.
Okay.
If you remember, that's the third state where that means that the key wasn't pressed in the last time it was checked, but it is pressed this time.
Oh, okay. So maybe
that means...
Go on.
No, you go on.
Well, should I change the is action just pressed to like is action pressed? Or something else?
Yeah, let's try that and see what happens.
Okay. We can do that. Not even for work? Yeah, no. I don't need computers doing my work for me. Okay, so they scream. I do like the initial.
Yep.
Okay, so it is just one time again.
Mm-hmm.
Every time
and it's not asking how you're doing.
Yep. So
I don't know if you were trying to press down there.
Yeah, I was, yeah. So I'm assuming this is not the correct input, right?
Hover over it real quick. Is action press.
Returns true if you are pressing the action event. If exact match is false, it ignores additional input modifiers for input event keys and input event mouse button events. The direction for input event joypad motion events. Due to keyboard ghosting, is action pressed may return false even if one of the action's keys is pressed.
Mm-hmm. So the part we're looking for is just that first line. Returns true if you're pressing the action event.
Oh, okay.
So what that tells us is that should be true as long as you're holding down, like you're pressing the down key.
Oh, hold on a second. Okay, sorry, you were saying. I just wanted to try something.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's not working.
Okay, before if you want to run the game again, there's one more thing I want you to try.
Okay.
Um,
Ah!
so go get on one of the platforms.
Doink.
See it scream.
Yes.
Now hold down, and while you're holding down, I just want you to jump. There you go.
Hilarious. Okay.
We got it to run the code.
That is true. Okay, hold on one second. Let me... Okay. A little jank, but it does work.
It does. Do you want to try and walk me through what you think is going on there?
So, is it because I'm sitting on... So, my body... My body is ready. So, the... Okay, you've heard that meme, at least, right?
I have heard that
Okay,
one.
perfect. Okay, my body is ready. So, I'm assuming it's because our body is, for lack of a better term, stagnant. So it's like when we enter it, our body sits still, so therefore it needs to read a different way. If you're catching what I'm putting down, I don't.
Yes.
Because it's like.
Yes.
The reason why, like, I exited and then quickly entered while holding down, that's how it worked. But if I'm just standing on it, then it's not working because, like, I didn't just enter it.
Exactly. You got it.
Okay. So maybe do we need a function, like, on area 2D body and then not put entered? Or...
So that's a good question. Because, yeah, this is only going to be running the one time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a question of when you want it to happen. Like, do you want to have a player, like, have them jump and go down through it? Do you want them to just, like, while they're standing on it, they press down and they go down through it?
I think...
what do you want the transition to be?
If I had to choose... Let me pop out my Xbox controller real quick. Ugh. In a perfect world... Sorry, I'm like trying to think of all the games that I've played before. Let's see, so...
Totally fine.
I think if you were holding down and then clicking jump... Instead of... So right now, in order to do this, I have to jump and then press down. I think it would be nice if it was like hold down and then press jump.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Because, like, that's how they do it in Dead Cells. And, yeah, that's just kind of, like, what I'm thinking, so...
Yeah.
So...
So the direction that we're going is probably getting us about halfway there.
Right.
We can tell when the player has landed on a platform that they can fall through.
Right.
Although notably, this is specifically the moving platforms that you have.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have like other types of platforms that you want them to fall through, we're gonna have to figure that out later.
Sure, yeah.
I guess for now, though, we should just focus on... If we can figure out for one, we can figure out for the rest of them later.
Right, yeah. I also do have, like, 2 minutes, but...
Oh, true. I very much lost track of time.
I did, too. I looked at it, and I was like, what time... Wow! But we can definitely see... So...
Yeah.
Yeah, with...
So where do you want to get to wrap up?
Well, what I'm just thinking is, like, I guess, would that be a player problem or would that be a platform problem? Like, having those inputs.
That's a good question. I think my responding question would be, who is performing the action?
Well, the player
and who is the player is.
Yeah.
So we should probably have code there.
Okay.
That doesn't necessarily mean that we won't use this segment. I think there's something interesting here where you could have when the player lands on a platform, you could register that platform to the player in some way.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the inputs that we have, we're going to want it on the player.
Let me see something real quick. UI down
Yeah.
and oh, hold on a second. Would it be UI down in quote and, or would it be UI down and the other one? Because I was wondering, like, the action is pressed. Do I do UI down and jump?
So I'm guessing what you're trying to do there is you want to check and see if the player is holding down and they just push jump.
Yeah.
So what you're going to do for that is you're going to use the and, but you're going to put it outside the parentheses.
Oh, like out right here?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and then I would have to do another input, right?
Yep.
Okay. And input dot is action pressed. And then it's a quote UI. I have no idea what they assigned space as.
I think it was accept.
I think it was.
We can
too.
check on the player.
Yeah, let me see. Player handle jump. Yeah, accept. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if. Where is it? There it is. Okay, let me see if that makes things weird. So we go here. Okay, that didn't do anything. Got it. Got it. Interesting. Might need
So
to.
I'm guessing, because I couldn't see your keyboard, when you jumped, you were holding the down key and you were holding the jump button.
Yes, of course. Yeah, one second. Let me just, okay. So, okay. Let me actually go to one of the side ones real quick, and then I think that should help me a little bit. Okay, well, try again.
You died.
Up. And okay. There should be a platform right there. Yes. Okay. Okay, well that's a problem. The little platform thing right here. Okay. Well, you know what? The up and down one was better anyway. Crap! Okay, there we go.
All according to plan.
So technically it works. It's just. Let me go to the other one. Okay, well. Heck.
You'll get there.
I know, for real. Okay. Oh. Okay, so it works if I'm holding it.
Right.
But I want it to be a fluid, like, drop. But once again, we're also dealing with we just entered the Area 2D body being the problem.
Right.
Ha.
Right.
Okay. Interesting. So is there another signal? Is that our problem?
It's a good thing that we can check for. So it looks like you're on the player node right now.
Oh. Oh no, I'm on the platform. It's just
tab.
yeah.
Yeah. So now we're seeing signals from that area 2D.
Right. The on area to body entered. So that's okay. Do I like? How do I? Is there an easy way to like delete a signal?
You know, I'm not sure. um, Part of the Godot interface that I'm not as familiar with. You can see though when you hover over the signals, because the green one, that's your listener, it's receiving the signal. The red ones are the signals, the actual signals that are being sent out. And if you hover over them, it'll tell you when that signal is emitted, when that signal is sent. So we can see if any of those might.
Emitted when a 2D, when a shape 2D of the received air. Wait, hold on a second. Body entered. Is there a body exit? Hold on. Emitted when the receive. I moved a slight centimeter. Come back. Thank you. Emitted when the received body exits this area. Body could be a physical body. Or would that work? Like, because we're exiting, technically? No, that wouldn't work because we would have to leave that little area. We would want something like we would want something where it's like you're like standing still or something. What would that be?
Yeah, I know Unity has a similar thing called, I believe it's like on, to use the same language, it would be like on body stay. Which runs every time there's something inside the collider. I'm not seeing something like that here.
I'm not either. Huh. Maybe I'll have to. Let me see. That's weird. It's very weird, actually.
Yeah, it's a little bit curious. I wonder if it's just it's not exactly the best performing option, because it'll be running a lot of the times when you don't need it to be running. But I think there are other ways that we could code it as well.
Yeah. I might need to get that to that tomorrow though. So
I was gonna say it depends on how far down the rabbit hole you want to go.
I was going to say I would love to go down the rabbit hole, but I do have other things that I have to attend to, some business stuff. But should I like leave all of this right here?
I think for now you may as well. We or you can come back to it later and delete it if it's not going to end up being used for anything.
Right.
But having it there gives you the option of like, okay, I know what that code block does. I know when it's being triggered. And so if I want something to trigger there, then maybe I can replace some of the code with what I want to have happen.
I'm like writing down. Can only drop through platforms when you are in the process of entering. Is it 2D? Area 2D. Okay. When entering area 2D of platform. Okay. So that's our big problem right there. Okay. Cool. I just needed to write that down, otherwise I would have 1,000% forgotten.
It gives you something to come back to.
Yeah. Okay, let me put that.
So on that note, I know that we didn't resolve this issue today, but I'd like to go over like what did we learn today? because I think it was still productive,
Oh
even though
yeah,
we
no.
didn't quite get there.
No, I agree with you. Well, I learned about print. And
True.
that's weirdly useful, actually.
It's so useful.
Yeah, like I never would have thought. Um, I'm learning the inputs a little bit more. I'm learning about like I feel like a little here, a little there. I'm starting to learn a little bit more of the language. So it's like pass, if, like where to put ands, like false, true, like is action pressed versus is action or was pressed or whatever it is. I'm learning the language. I totally forgot the language, but
Yeah, GD script.
yeah, for real. So I'm starting to feel a little bit more comfortable with some things. So it's
Is
just
that
like,
normally how you learn stuff like this? Is just sort of trying things out and learning it as you go?
yeah. So it's like I mean, for anyone that doesn't know this about me, so like I'm a theater kid, so it's like whenever I'm learning my lines, kind of the best thing for me to do is like look at something, give it a shot, and then like if it doesn't work, then I just kind of like stop what I'm doing, look at what I like did, and then start over again. So this is actually pretty nice because like it's okay, let me write this, then we go into the game. If it doesn't work, I just go like, okay, well, let me look at back at what I messed up and then just try it again. So it seems to really like gel well with how I normally learn things. So especially with like memorization. So now it's just a matter of
That's pretty
just
awesome.
yeah, and now it's just a matter of just practicing like certain things over and over and like yeah. So it's
Yeah, the grindy
slowly.
part.
What was that?
The grindy part.
Yeah, pretty much, pretty much. But yeah, so maybe not like any certain things except for the print thing. The print thing's actually kind of funny. So
Oh, it's so fun.
I love it. Ah, how you doing? How do you like that?
Well, cool. Any last things that you want from me before I leave the call and let you wrap up?
No, you're good, dude. No, I don't. I think, I think we're good. I think I just need to once again just keep practicing. I really do appreciate you being willing to kind of help me out through this because I think if I was to do this by myself, I'd be like, what that? So
It's overwhelming. There's a lot.
yeah, there's a ton, but no, so I appreciate your help.
Yeah, I'm glad I had the time and the opportunity. So thanks for letting me help too. It's a ton of fun getting to work on this with you.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, no, absolutely anytime. Yeah, if I'm ever live, like I'll send out a little for this little channel, and if you can or if you want to, then just hop on whenever you can.
And interrupt you.
Yes, just be like, hello.
Morning.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right then. Sounds good. I'll hop off then and let you wrap things up.
All right, no, you're good, dude. Hey, thank you again.
Yeah, see you. See you later, chat.
Bye. Chat. That was the Breezin', the #1 Breezin'. Makes things a breeze. Alrighty, so chat, we had a little bit of a productive day. We didn't get done everything that we needed to, but we are starting to figure out little problems here and there. That's not the right map. Which one is? This one. We are starting to figure things out here and there. Mapping it out is going to be pretty easy once we get the hang of all of it. So, chat, thank you so much for the 13 likes, by the way. If you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. But yeah, so we were able to kind of get started on the moving platforms. I think that's really, really beneficial. So, yeah. Let's see. Today is Thursday. These days are weird, man. Okay, so I am going to be streaming again tomorrow on Friday. So, probably just going to be going right back into this, like designing and then trying to figure out how to go through the movable platforms. So I'm going to do that. But yeah, big shout out to Mr. Breezin' again. And shout out to all of you lovely people in chat who are just the lurky turkeys. I appreciate you guys very, very much. Especially for everyone that's hit that like button, for everyone that's a member, for anyone that's donated. Legit, like, wouldn't be able to do any of this without your guys' financial support. So you guys are very, very kind. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you guys have a fun time watching it. But yeah, so I'm going to be back again tomorrow on Friday for either some more of this, or I might do a little bit of more creative stuff. But yeah, just remember that you're loved, you're important, you're fantastic. You're always welcome back here on the GScotty channel. And just remember, life is tough. Sometimes things can feel a little unbearable. But if nobody else believes in you, I do. Just always remember that. But yeah, just keep being amazing, chat. And I will see you guys next time tomorrow. So yeah, just remember that though, for real. If you're ever having a hard time, hopefully you can find some sanctuary here. All right, guys. Well, I will see you tomorrow. Keep being amazing. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Bye-bye.